Hello my loves, it's me filming like my 5th video in the last 3 or 4 years. I am not going to start this one with from now on I'll be making a video every week because let's be real, then I won't. But maybe, we'll see. Today's video topic is a little bit weird and super hippy dippy, which is kind of me all over, so you can't be mad about that. Since we are already in Feb, I wanted to set my intentions for 2019 and I wanted you guys to do it with me. So I thought we could talk about what intentions are, what mine are going to be, and give you a space to do yours too. Point number 1, what are intentions? A very good question, one that sometimes I think I still don't really understand. I'll make this quick. I don't live my life according to religion per se. I'm an agnostic. It doesn't mean I'm not religious, it just means no one's really convinced me of everything fully just yet. Maybe ever. What I do believe in is the power of positive thinking. Usually when people say that, you can expect them to sell you something right about now, but I'm not gonna do that. I am gonna say, completely unendorsed, that I read The Secret when I was like 19. The book itself is super hard to get through. It is kind of ridiculous, but everything in it really resonated with me and it has changed my flippin' life. It changed my life, dude. I believe that what I think and what I project, I attract. Here's my list of intentions from 2017. I wrote down another income. A couple of weeks later, I got offered a babysitting gig 2 days a week for the rest of the year. I wrote down Southeast Asia this year with no plans and no money. Lo and behold, my best mate won a trip to Thailand about 2 weeks later. I wrote down sponsored road trip, I sent out emails, I approached companies and ended up scoring a deal with Juicy. I wrote down DJI Spark because I lost mine on the trip to Thailand. I flew it over one of those giant rock things. The first time I'd ever flown it from a boat that was like 2 meters wide. And it was just like beep, 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 beep over the rock and then meow, and it was gone. Anyway, I needed one for the sponsored road trip and I didn't have one, so I entered a competition on Glam Adelaide to win a drone. There were like 6,000 entries, it was insane. And I just really wanted it. A few days later, I got the message that I had won, completely at random. My point about these last 2 is that for the road trip, I sent out emails and for the DJI Spark, I entered a competition. Neither of those guaranteed that these things were going to come to me, but it did mean making a move to make them happen. So it's not like you just think things into existence from nothing, you do still need to make moves to make room for those things in your life. But to be honest, pretty much every successful person I know lives by this theory and they are killing it. This house, Patrick getting engaged, this plant not dying miraculously for once, winning grants, buying my laptop, collaboration deals, it has all come from the power of intention. Remind me to never ever make a musical video. So essentially a list of intentions, it's kind of like a really exciting to-do list. Maybe not even that. It's not quite goals, it's almost like a shopping list for the universe. So you write them down and you put steps in place to make them happen. This is upside down. They can be crazy and wild and insane, but if they're there, if they're on your list, if you work them hard enough and you visualize them hard enough, they might just come true. So this is kind of a selfish video because it's also going to mean that I hold myself accountable to my goals and I'm going to hold you accountable too. So step 1 for writing your intentions list. Something to write with, something to write on. I'm writing on the back of my 2017 list because reduce, reuse, recycle. But you're probably wondering what is with the actual literal block of wood. When I first wrote my list, I had this lying around and I didn't want to write my list on a piece of paper because I knew that I'd probably just throw it out in 2 months' time if I looked at it and things weren't done, and that seemed like a really easy way out. And I am a big fan of the easy way out. The first thing I'm gonna do is write something up here, and by something I mean intentions. I'm gonna speed this up because I've literally written 2 letters. Step 2, make it a little bit pretty because you're gonna be looking at it a lot. This would be a lot better if I could draw. So look, at least you know yours looks better than mine. I had to put this on there because I realized it said Sintentions. Kintentions? Anyway, that bit's actually the least important, so let's move on. Step 3, I think. Write down a list of what you want to achieve in the next 12 months. Let's all just do one for 2019. Does your nose get so itchy when it shouldn't get itchy? Like usually it's just on your face being chill, but when you're in the dentist's office or writing something on a YouTube video, it's just like, me too. Okay, done. This right here is my list of intentions for 2019. If you haven't done yours yet, I'll give you a second. Alright, these are mine. If you haven't done yours because you're not sure what to write down, let me just reaffirm to you that it can be super crazy, it can be super simple, it can be things that are material possessions. Sometimes that is so fun. It can be things that are ideas or concepts. It could be travel stuff, relationship stuff, work stuff, confidence stuff, body stuff. Doesn't matter. If you want, put it on there. I have got finish my first book, go overseas twice, trip within Australia, an audience of 20,000, which I am so close to on Instagram. I know it's not a numbers thing. It's not about having 20,000 people there. It's the thought that I am reaching 20,000 people with the vibes and the lifestyle changes and the positivity that I'm trying to put out in the world at the moment. That is insane. Anyway, get my teeth straightened just a little bit. 3 public speaking gigs. I've actually already got 2 lined up for the city of Onkaparinga and the city of Norwood and St. Peters. Both are sold out, I believe, but I'll make sure I let you know about the 3rd. Plan our dream wedding, honeymoon, booked for Italy, get fitter, polish up my Spanish, learn an instrument, buy our forever home, and $10,000 in the bank. So some of those are no big deal. Most of them are pretty crazy. I hope that yours is the same. You can definitely start super simple, but it is always really cool to challenge yourself. It's terrifying, yes. You don't want to have to throw out a perfectly good piece of wood or piece of paper, but sometimes that little push is all you need. Step number, I don't know what we're up to. Look at your list. You've done the hard bit. Now all you need to do is put the list somewhere that you'll see it, check it often, check in with yourself and see how you're going with your goals. And if you need to do anything to make them happen, make sure you do it. Whether that's sending out emails, talking to people, going into a travel agent, it doesn't matter. Make sure you check in with your list, make sure you check in with yourself, and this is so cheesy. Don't forget that half the fun is in the journey to get there. That's it. You have a wonderful afternoon, night, day, morning. I don't know when you're watching this, and I will speak to you very soon. Mwah.